and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you all some book recommendations based off of these prompts. But first, I want to give a huge shout out to every single one of you. Thank you all so much. Seriously, thank you so much. We have reached 82 subscribers. I know that doesn't seem like a lot in the grand scheme of things, but I thought 50 subscribers was a lot, and now we're 82. And I can't help but thank every single one of you. So thank you so much. And I cannot wait to continue to grow with every single one of you. All right, let's get started with the video. How this is going to work is I'm going to pull out one of these little papers that I've written a prompt on, and I'm going to give you guys a book recommendation off of this prompt. Now just remember, the books I'm going to be picking are the ones that I've already read. There are a lot of them I have not read yet. So I might be doing one of these videos later in the year. A book with a twisty end. Ooh. What do I want to give you guys? Oh, I know. I don't have this book with me, but it is a really good book. I read it. I got it from the library. It's called Daisy Darker. It is so freaking good. So Daisy Darker is basically like paying homage to Agatha Christie's novel And Then There Were None. It's set on a tidal island in Cornwall, United Kingdom. The family gathers for Nona's 88th birthday, which is Daisy's grandmother, for her birthday as well as for Halloween, but she's discovered dead. And within every hour, another family member is discovered dead. Every single one of Daisy's family is harboring a dark secret, and they have to work together to figure out who is killing who, because obviously they're on an island and they're being surrounded by the tide, so they can't leave or anything, so it's one of the family members who's killing everybody off. I just thought this book was really cool, and the end is so twisty. I was shocked about the ending of this book. I'm not joking. Like, my mouth hung open when I figured it all out. So this would be my twisty book I would recommend. What is our next one? I'm not looking. Enemies to Lovers. Ooh, I know the exact book. It is a series. Let me grab it. It's the Folk of the Air series, The Cruel Prince. This series, I'm not kidding, is the definition of enemies to lovers. It's just so cute. It's just so cute. It's based around Jude Dart, who is immortal along with her twin sister, gets taken into the realm of Fae. So she's a mortal who has to navigate the treacherous high courts of Fairy. So her twin sister basically just wants to fall in love, and Jude wants to become a warrior. She wants to become like a knight to the king, everything like that. She wants a status. She wants to basically prove all of Fairy that mortals are strong. All the while, she starts developing a love-hate relationship with Prince Carden, who despises mortals, and he picks on her all the time. I mean, like, literally, they are enemies to lovers just through and through. When they even get together, they say, I hate you, the way you would say I love you. Like, they don't say I love you, they say I hate you. But in, like, you know, the tone you would say I love you. They're just so cute together. They're like, they love each other, but they hate each other at the same time. Like, the whole time. It's just cute. I just really liked the series. I kind of need to reread it, to be honest with you. My chair, you guys. It's so creaky. A murder mystery. You guys know how I feel about murder mysteries. But there is one that I actually really enjoyed. Let me reach it. Not Quite Dead Yet. This one was really good. I liked this one. So usually murder mysteries are like people investigating the murder of the victim and trying to figure out who murdered this victim. But this one, Not Quite Dead Yet, is about the victim solving her own murder. So she's gonna die within 7 days because of home invasion that left her basically, what was it, like a brain tumor or something like that? A brain problem. And all the doctors said she was gonna die within 7 days. So she decides to take this case into her own hands and solve and figure out who the heck murdered her and why. It's just so good. It's just so good. Oh, the ending is very sad. Just saying. The ending's pretty sad. But I highly recommend this one. We're going strong, everybody. I'm gonna pick this one. I'm gonna pick this one. This one is a book that involves plants. A book that involves plants. I know the book for this. The Enchanted Greenhouse. Definitely, obviously, greenhouse. It involves plants. It involves sentient plants, which is really, really cool. This is about Turlu, who was a statue and then gets sent to this island, and she needs to figure out why these plants in this greenhouse are dying. So she starts investigating how to get the greenhouse to come back to life alongside the greenhouse's gardener. Obviously, some romance is involved, but actually there's not like a lot of romance in this book. It's mostly just her trying to figure out how to keep all the plants in this greenhouse alive, because the greenhouse is magic, is failing it. So it's just a bunch of sentient plants and her and the gardener trying to find a way to basically save the greenhouse from completely dying. It's cute. It's a cute book. But I'm also going to recommend a second book for this prompt. If you're looking for like gothic vibes, I definitely would choose Hazelthorn. This book was so freaking good. It was so good. It's got plants that are evil. So this is about Byron Lennox Hall, who dies and leaves the estate to Evander, who is not actually a relative of his. It's just somebody he was taken care of, basically. So Evander has always been a sickly boy, like very sick. He's been confined to his room since he was a kid. He's never left his room. All he sees is like a garden outside of his window, and every once in a while, Mr. Lennox Hall would teach him. There were rules that Evander had to follow. Never leave the estate, never go into the gardens, and never be alone with Byron's grandson, Laurie. It's very, very gothic vibes. It's got an evil garden. It's got a lot of twists. It got a little bit of mystery to it. It was a good read. I think I gave this 4 stars. And the atmosphere of this book is just so beautifully eerie. I just ate it up. The next book is... What is the next book? A romantasy series. Which series am I going to recommend you all? Well, it's going to have to be the series. A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I love this series so much. It's obviously the only series I've read of hers so far. I have not gotten to A Throne of Glass yet, but I just adored this whole series. I ate it up, and I know a lot of people's favorite one was A Court of Mist and Fury, but mine was A Court of Silver Flames. So the whole series of A Court of Thorns and Roses is about Farah Archeron, a mortal huntress who is thrust into the realm of fairy, into the land Priathan, after she kills a fairy. The storyline from the first book is very like Beauty and the Beast style, but from then on it starts growing into basically war and figuring out curses and obviously romance. It's definitely got a more mature narrative to it, and it explores like the fae, politics, complex relationships. So basically it starts off with Farah, who has to adapt to her new life in the fairy realm, eventually centering around a massive conflict involving an ancient evil threatening their world. This storyline has fae bonds, it has politics, it has war, it's got everything you could possibly think of for a romantasy series. I highly, highly, highly recommend A Court of Thorns and Roses. Cult vibes. I have 2 books for this, okay? So the first book I'd choose for cult vibes, 1000%, is, I think all of you know, is Bunny. This is a cult book. It's so good. But I know I wrote down another prompt that this book was also for, so I'll talk about Bunny in that prompt. But the second book I would choose is Julie Chan is Dead. You don't really think about it until about towards the end of the book, and you're like, wait, the whole time, but they were like a cult, but like a weird cult. Like the way I would describe it is kind of like Blink Twice, if you've ever seen that movie with Channing Tatum. It's a little bit like that. So obviously this is about Julie Chan, who was a supermarket cashier. She hated her life and everything like that. She finds out that her twin sister Chloe was a popular influencer, basically. Like everybody loved her, everything like that. So she decided to go find her twin sister and basically like be like, yo, we need to talk. I need something more than this. But she discovers her dead. And being twins, they were actually identical twins. So she decided to take over her sister's identity because she wanted that life. She wanted to be rich. She wanted to be famous. She wanted to be loved. She wanted all of it. So she just took over her sister's life. But she finds out that a group of her sister's friends, who are also influencers, had like this vacation, but like the main girl, the leader, she starts, how do I describe this? Starts like giving off cultish vibes and being like, no. Like she was basically like the puppet master of this group of girls. I might not be explaining this really well, but it was just a good book. It was very twisty. It was very cultish. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. A good summer romance. A good summer romance under a dancing star. This one is such a good summer romance. It's based in Italy. It's got art students. It's got everything. Okay, so this book takes place in the 1930s, right before, like, you know, World War II was just on the horizon. It does talk about that a little bit in the book. Beatrix, she goes by B. Her parents' estate is basically not doing good. And so they want to marry her off. She doesn't want to be married off. And so she starts acting out to the point where her parents send her to live with her uncle in Italy for the summer. Now, her uncle is very eccentric, very flamboyant. He brings all sorts of artists to his villa and just let their artisticness flow. So she's very like, from a very hardcore family situation to everything being strict to basically being told, do whatever you want. And so she starts falling for Ben, who is an artist, a tortured artist. Sparks start flying between these two. It's just a cute little summer romance in Italy in the 1930s. Cute. La 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 la. I got one. This one says, a book to keep you on the edge of your seat. A book to keep you on the edge of your seat. Oh, it looks like us. This book right here. Oh my gosh, I read this book in one day. I'm not joking. I read this book in one day. It was so freaking good. I'm going to be honest. This book right here helped me get back into reading. It was so good. So if you've ever seen the film The Thing, this is kind of like that. I'll read a little bit of like what it says. So it says, 1 week ago, Riley joined a team of 4 other teens for an internship on a climate change research in Antarctica, sponsored by one of the world's largest tech companies. It was just the opportunity she had been searching for, an escape from the ridicule she'd received after a panic attack at school, a fresh start. But their small team isn't alone in the remote, frozen reaches of the polar south. In the eerie haze of evening sunlight, Riley sees something out of the corner of her eye, something that's watching them. She writes it off as the effects of her anxiety, but when the expedition leader begins to change, her limbs elongating, her body contorting, and grow violent, Riley knows the danger she feels is real. Something is stalking them, infecting them, and slowly infiltrating the team. Edge of the seat. I finished this book in one day. Read this book. If out of any of these book recommendations that I'm giving you, I highly recommend this one. A vampire novel. Ooh, I love me my vampires. Now, there's some books, vampire books that I own that I have not read yet. Okay? So this is just based off the ones I have read. And there are 2 of these. The first one is A Dowry of Blood. I don't know why I'm going Southern. It's Dowry of Blood. It is based off of The Brides of Dracula. It's just so good. It's just so good. This is about Constantina, who was a medieval peasant. She was dying. Dracula found her, saved her. Basically was like, you're my wife now. But throughout the ages, she's trying to get away from him because he's very abusive. And then he falls in love with this other woman, changes her, but those two start falling in love with each other because she realizes Dracula's not good. And then this other guy gets involved. It's just, it's a good book. It's a good book. It is sad. It's got ups and downs. It's got violence. It's got abuse. Obviously, it's got blood in it. It's just a good book. It's a good vampire novel. And the second one is obviously my favorite new author, Johanna Van Veen, A Blood on Her Tongue. I've talked about this so many times. This book has the best twist on vampirism that I have seen so far. It's basically, so you know how like vampires, it's a curse? Well, this vampire novel is like plant, fungus. It's just so good. It's so good. And it's got really gross scenes in it. One of them made me actually gag. It takes place in 1887 in the Netherlands. So Lucy's twin sister gets married and she ends up being unwell. So Lucy travels to the Netherlands to be with her twin sister and help her out. And Lucy's starting to like go because, yeah, she's craving blood and meat and just nastiness. It starts acting really weird. Lucy has to figure out what the heck is going on. It's very, very gothic vibes. The atmosphere in this book is just so beautiful. It's got bog bodies. If you don't know what that is, it's like bodies from a bog. It's so good. Just read this one. If you want to read a vampire novel, I highly recommend Blood on Her Tongue. Realistic romance. Ooh, I like this. This means like not instant romance, because I'm not a fan of instant romance, to be honest with you. I like it to be realistic. Realistic romance, everybody. We're looking for a realistic romance. The One Last Shot. This is very, very realistic. I'm not gonna lie, realistic. Like, it wasn't an instant. It took time for the main character to actually figure out that she liked him, and then towards the end of the book it turns into love. So it's very, very realistic. It's about an Olympic skater, Iris, who needs to make more money to raise her son because she's a single mother, and Colin, who is a hockey player, but the bad boy hockey player, and he has a very bad reputation that needs to be fixed. So those two join forces in a reality TV show called Icebreakers. It's basically like Dancing with the Stars, but on ice. And along the way of the competition, they start learning about each other's lives, and they slowly start falling for each other. Very realistic. Teddy bears. We have a brief intermission for my teddy bear. Say hi, everybody. Say hi, everybody. He's being tortured. Go on. Let us keep going, everybody. We're getting there. Let's choose this one. What is this one? This one is a book that made me cry. A book that made me cry. I know the book. It's right here. And it's If You Had Been With Me. Such a sad book. They tell you what happens in the beginning of this book. Like the first chapter tells you what happens. You know what happens throughout the whole book, but you start falling in love with the characters through the whole book. And then when it happens in the ending, your heart breaks and you sob. It's just so good. It's about Autumn and Finn, who used to be inseparable best friends. Then they hit high school and they just separated, you know? People grow apart, but all the while they secretly did harbor just like feelings for each other. The next one is this one. What is this one? This one is A Gothic Paranormal. I know the book for this one. I highly recommend this book, Devola. This is very gothic vibes. This is very paranormal vibes. It takes place on a family vacation to a villa in Italy. Villa that all of the villagers are terrified of. They don't talk about it. They don't go up there. They basically warn the people, the family who's staying there, like, you probably should get out. Obviously, paranormal stuff ensues, and it's so good. This is a 6-star read for me. Oh, it's just beautiful. This is just a beautiful, atmospheric, gothic paranormal. I recommend it. Historical fiction. Ooh! I know the historical fiction I want to talk about. Consider it a thriller historical fiction. It is based off of The Donner Party. It's so good. It's so good. I mean, Stephen King said that this was deeply, deeply disturbing. It's so freaking good. If you don't know what The Donner Party is, look it up. I'm going to read a little. Evil is invisible and it is everywhere. That is the only way to explain the series of misfortunes that have plagued the wagon train known as the Donner Party. Depleted rations, bitter quarrels, and the mysterious death of a little boy have driven the isolated travelers to the brink of madness. Though they dream of what awaits them in the West, long-buried secrets begin to emerge, and dissent among them escalates to the point of murder and chaos. As members of the group begin to disappear, the survivors start to wonder if there really is something disturbing and hungry waiting for them in the mountains, and whether the evil that has unfolded around them may have in fact been growing within them all along. The Donner Party is a real historical event that happened. So I'm really happy they did this creepy twist to that storyline. I loved this book. A book that would smell like food. I know, the perfect book. The Strawberry Patch Pancake House would smell like food. Now, this is the 4th installment in the Dream Harbor series, but you can read it as a standalone. It's featuring Archer, who ends up becoming a single dad. He finds out that he had a daughter he never knew about when the mother of the daughter died. So he uproots his life and moves to Dream Harbor because he didn't want her to go through more than she already has. There, he takes over the pancake house, and he's basically trying to juggle his new job, his daughter he never knew about, and the nanny who he hires all in one go. And of course, it's a little romance, so him and the nanny fall in love. But I would definitely say this one smells like food. I can smell the pancake batter, I could smell the maple syrup, and strawberries, and all the delicious toppings. This definitely smells like food. That's hilarious. A book involving food. We just did food. But this one's different. I would recommend Piglet. Now, this is a contemporary fiction, and it is about Piglet. She goes by the name Piglet. That's not her actual name, but she goes by that name since she was a child. She's an upcoming cookbook editor. She's got a group of fantastic friends. She's got a beautifully handsome fiance. And as the wedding starts getting closer, Kit, her fiance, lets out something horrendous and just a horrible betrayal literally 2 weeks before the wedding. And so from then on, that brings her down a horrible spiral of crushing anxiety, of depression, of hysteria, and her eating disorder comes back. And so with all of the anxiety and everything mixed together, and just stress, wedding, and just everything, she starts getting hungry, like really hungry. So she's torn between trying to do what she thinks is best, which is still marry him, or basically like destroy herself in the process, or just let it all go. This book was it was something I've never read before, to be honest with you. This book was like nothing I've ever read before, and it was just really, really good. I think I gave it 4 stars. I would recommend this one if you're into like contemporary fictions. Indie, this is an indie book. So it was good. But like I said, it does touch on some sensitive subjects like eating disorders, depression, anxiety, everything like that. So if you have any of those issues, maybe not read it, but I would recommend it. A novel based off of a true story. I know the book that I'm going to talk about, and that is The Tattooist of Auschwitz. Now, this book is heartbreaking. It is 100% a true story about a Slovakian Jew who gets captured by the Nazis and is in prison in the concentration camp Auschwitz. His job that he gets assigned is to tattoo all the prisoners that come through. Along the way, he falls in love with this Jewish woman, and he's trying to figure out how to keep her alive as well as himself alive. It's just an incredible journey that they went on, and it's just horrendous on what human beings are capable of. We're on 2 of them. Which one shall be it? Which one shall be it? We'll go with this one. A book that feels like a fever dream. Oh, we just talked about that one. Remember? Bunny. Bunny, bunny, bunny. Hop, hop, bunny. This is literally a fever dream. Literally a fever dream. It is so wickedly hilarious. I loved this book. I'm not kidding you. It felt like I was reading a dream. Like, you know when you're sick and you take NyQuil or something, and then you wake up the next morning or something like that, and you're like, what the hell did I just dream about? That's this book. This book is based off of a cult. Not a real cult, obviously, but a cult. Bunny takes place around Samantha, who is a student at Warren University. It's like a writing program, basically. And she gets involved with a cultish group of girls known as the Bunnies. They call each other Bunnies. They don't call each other by their names, they call each other Bunny. And as she gets involved with them and she gets deeper and deeper into their world and deeper in getting involved into their monstrosity of experiments, she starts losing and questioning the lines of reality. It's a fever dream, it's a cult, it's incredible. There's also another book that I would say is a fever dream as well, and that's Beasts. A small little book. This is also based in school. This is more of a gothic fever dream vibe, I would give. So it takes place at Catamount College in the 70s around Gillian, who becomes obsessed with poetry as well as her poetry professor and his wife. As she gets involved more and more into their world, she starts just discovering new things, starts questioning things. The best way I would describe this type of fever dream would be like one of those movies that you watch and when it ends you're like, what did I just watch? And you have to like rewatch it again to see if it made sense or not. That would be this. That would be this type of fever dream. And that leaves us with the last prompt, which is my 6-star read. Now, I have about 4 6-star reads, I believe, but I'm going to talk about the one that I've recently finished. That is a 6-star read for this year so far, and that is of Monsters in Mainframes. This book is freaking hilarious. It is clever, it's imaginative, it's sci-fi. It's the first sci-fi book I've ever read. It's fast-paced, it's funny, and it's based off of Artemis, who is the ship, from the ship's point of view. And also the medical AI on the ship, it's from that point of view as well. I just find it hilarious. It was a funny book. It's a really, really funny book, in my opinion. It's got Dracula, it's got werewolves, it's got aliens, it's got zombies. It's a hilarious book. It's funny. As I said, it's very clever. I would have never thought that reading a book with the ship's point of view would be so good, but it goes together. So this is my 6-star read. I highly recommend reading this book. Highly recommend it. Okay, that's it. That's was all of my prompts. I no longer have any more prompts to talk about. I recommend all of these books that I've talked about. If it seems like some of them I rambled on about, it's because it's been a while since I've read them and I had to remember what they were about. All these books I've talked about are either 4-star, 5-star, or 6-star. I highly recommend every single one of these books that I've talked about. If you've read any of these, would you recommend them as well? What you think of them. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Subscribe and become part of our family. We're at 82, which is freaking incredible to me. I thought 50 was incredible. Now we're at 80s. I'm just so grateful and thankful to every single one of you. I love all of you. And so if you want to become part of our family, join. I do a video or 2 every week, unless I'm sick or something's come up. All the books I've talked about will be in the description below, the title and the author if you want to check any of them out. Yeah, I recommend all of these books. Until I see you all in the next video, please stay safe, go outside. It is starting to get really warm outside lately, so go outside, go have fun, go do something fun. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.